Hi ladies, welcome to the workout. We're going to go through it all. So we're going to do our calf warm up, our warm up, then we're going to do through a little bit of mobility, and then we are going to go through the circuit. So hopefully you've all seen the workout posted in the group. So we're going to start off with our calf mobility, so we all know what we're doing here. So we're going to grab onto a surface and we are going to warm our calves up as we normally do. So we want 10 with our toes in straight. Then we're going to do 10 with our toes pointing inwards. And then we're going to take our heels in and we're going to do exactly the same. Good job. And then we're going to do our static stretch. So we're probably going to be off camera here, but we'll know heel on the wall, toe on the wall, heel on the floor, leaning into that stretch so you can feel it all the way down that calf muscle just here. So we'll do that with both feet. And the other one. Good. So we have 4 exercises. For our warm up, we have jumping jacks. So we have our jumping jacks, making sure our knees are soft when we land. If you want to take impact out, this is a low option for you guys. So I'll be doing a mixture of the high and the low for all the exercises that we have today. So that's your jumping jacks. We then have our squat kicks. So we're coming down, kicking, coming down, kicking, just to warm up our lower body. Obviously, if you can't get down because of your knees, then just go down just a little squat pulse. So work it to your level. We can go deep. Lovely, cool. And then our next exercise, overhead squats. Hopefully you can see me. So we're going to take nice and wide, feet are hip width, toes are slightly turned out. We're going to have our hands over our head and we're just going to squat down. So this is going to warm up your lower body and it also stretches out your lats. So that is your third exercise, and then we have our walkouts. So we're going to stand up, roll down, coming into that plank position and coming back up. So that's our walkout. If you can't come onto the floor, then we want our Pilates roll down. So we want a nice tight core and we're just going to roll down as far as we can, keeping that core nice and tight, rolling up and down, vertebrae by vertebrae in the back. Okay, so that's our warm up. So we're doing 30 seconds on, 5 off as we normally do. And just for a note for the main workout, you will need a set of dumbbells. So either a set of dumbbells, or if you don't have those, the good old bean cans will work just as well. So I'm going to set the timer for the warm up and we are going to go. So 30 seconds on, 5 off. Hopefully you can hear. So going in 5, 3, 2. So we have our jumping jacks as our first warm up exercise. So we're just going for 30 seconds. Remember your low option. Probably going to need to do some of these low options. I'll be out of breath talking and doing. 3 seconds. So 5 seconds break. Into squat kicks. Remember, if you have problems with your knees, not to take it so deep. So you can just do a half squat pulse. Getting warm already. Good. Alright, 5 seconds into the overhead squats. So feet nice and wide. Hope your knees don't crack as much as mine do. Keeping those arms nice and tall above you. Trying to stretch out those lats, make them more mobile. Good, and the last one we have is the walkouts. Remember, we have our little vertebrae roll down if we can't get on the floor. Just coming down as far as you can. Every workout at your own level. Okay, so we're back to the top now, so we're back to jumping jacks. Remember again, as long as you're moving, guys, every movement is good, whether you do the high or the low option. Awesome. Back into our squat kicks. Oh, I forgot to set my watch, so I'm just going to do that now, just to see what we can burn. Heart rate's already at 123, we're only warming up. And we have our overhead squats. So again, lying nice and tall, squatting down nice and low. Remember again, just go to your own level. Even if that's a little squat, you're still moving, so it's all good. And then we're back into our walkouts again. Fifteen seconds to go. Three. Awesome. Okay, last round of warm-up, so we're back to jumping jacks again. Remember, knees nice and soft when we land. Should have done this outside, getting really hot. 8 seconds to go. Next exercise, squat kicks. Back to the squat kicks. Warming up that bum, thighs, hamstrings, getting those ankles moving. Oops, try and keep your balance. Ladies, keep it going. Not even in the workout yet. And overhead squats, the next one. Remember, keep breathing. We do our squats, remember? We're coming back, glutes tight at the top. Like we're sitting on a chair. Good. Awesome. Okay, so walkouts last time. Been out in the cold. It's made my nose run. Sorry for the sniffing. If you want, you can put a press in if you really, really want to increase that intensity. And that is our warm up done, guys. So strip off something you don't need, grab a drink. And we're going to our mobility. All right, so we're going to do our normal full body mobility drill. So left arm, we're going to swing that back. And then we're going to take that forwards. Really warming up those shoulders. Good, and the other arm. Kind of bash my arm on the wall. And back the other way. Coming forwards with that arm. Nice big arm circles. Good, then we're going to open our chest. So we're going to go short, long. Just opening up across our chest, opening up those pecs. Warming up those front delts. Ready for the work. Good. All right. So now I'm going to start to work on the side. So our oblique muscles, we're going to come down one way. And then the other. Nice and slowly. Little race. Just warming up all the muscles in our side of our abdomen. Good stuff. Another couple. Excellent. So we're just going to keep our hips facing forward, but we're going to take our arms to shoulder height and we're just going to twist out. Just to get the back involved this time. Good stuff. Another couple of twists. Excellent. So then we want to open up our pelvic area. So we're just going to do some nice big hip circles. And back the other way. So we're really going to get that lower back and the pelvis and those hip flexors all working. Good. So we're going to do the same on the knees. So just little knee circles. And back the other way. And then we're going to do our ankles and our wrists, so they get forgotten about. Good. And then we have the other side, back the other way. And then I want you to take hold of a surface, and we want 10 big leg swings on each leg. Other leg. Awesome. Okay, so we're nice and mobile. So we just want to take you through a pigeon stretch, just to stretch out those piriformis muscles. So if you can, or if you'd rather just take this time to recover, we need to bring one leg in through your hands. Just see you here. Good. So we need to feel the stretch here. So one leg is straight behind me. I'll show you from the side. And then we're sitting up. So we don't want our hips leaning either side. We want them nice and straight. So try and straighten up that pelvis. And we're going to take a nice deep breath in, and we're going to come down to the floor as far as you can, just to increase that stretch. Awesome. Okay, so to come out of that, we need to push into our hands, roll the back toe under, and coming back up, pushing our hips up to the ceiling. And then we're going to bring the other leg through our hands. So exactly the same as before, making sure our hips are not coming over either side, so they're nice and straight. So we want to be nice and straight in our hips. And then we're going to take a nice deep breath, coming back down to the floor, increasing that stretch down the side of the glute. Good. So coming up onto our palm of our hands, we are going to tuck our back toe under, coming back up into that down dog, and we're going to walk our hands into our feet. And then we're slowly going to stand up, back into standing. So grabbing a drink, guys, we're going to go through our workout. So we have 30 minutes on the timer. We have 2 exercises per round. So we have 30 seconds of one exercise. We then have 10 seconds to think about the next one. And then we have 30 seconds to do that exercise. Then we have a 30-second break. And then we go on to the next pair of exercises. So all in all, we have 6 pairs of exercises, and we're going to do those 3 times through. So I hope that makes sense. Should do as we go through. So our first 2 exercises are dead man burpees and skipping. So you can skip if you have a rope available, you can skip with a rope, or we're going to do air skipping in here. So the first exercise, dead man burpees, is a normal burpee, except we're going to end flat on the floor, face down, before we come back up again. So just to demonstrate that move, coming down, straight back up, and then back up into our burpee. So that's our dead man burpee. We can always modify that, so we can do the normal down up, if you would prefer to do it that way, or we can do the stepping through burpee. If you need to work at that level. And then we have also the bench burpee. So the side, so you can take the side, do your jump back, like we do in the gym. So that's exercise 1 of this pair. And the second exercise is just air skipping. So we're going to air skip for 30 seconds. Good. So we're going to do 30 on, 10 seconds to change, 30 seconds of the next exercise, and then 30 seconds rest. So during that 30 seconds rest, I will then demo the next 2 exercises that we're going to do. So hopefully this works out. We're going to put a timer on the clock, and we have 30 minutes to complete this. So we're going in 10. I'm going to do low impact burpees because I've got a foot injury, but I've shown you how to do the dead man burpees. So 30 seconds. So remember your dead man burpee, all the way down, out, and up. And also remember, we can do the stepping burpees. 5 seconds to go. Awesome. So 10 seconds rest from that. Next exercise is going to be our air skipping. Do it one-legged, boxer skipping, let's be inventive, ski skipping. Just keep those arms moving as you jump up and down. Five seconds. Awesome, 30 seconds rest. Next two exercises, we have our plank dumbbell pull through. So one dumbbell, we're going to pull the dumbbell through. Also can be done on your knees. That's your first exercise. Second exercise, hollow hold. Nice and tight, legs straight, 45 degree. And we're just going to hold it here. Head and shoulders off the floor. Okay. So we're going through the dumbbell pull through. So remember, bums are not up here. So nice and flat with that plank. If you want to increase the effort, put that dumbbell further away. So you have to really reach through and get it. Core nice and tight, bum clenched, 3 seconds to go. So 10 seconds to turn yourselves around, and we're going to take that hollow hold. So remember, shoulders and head off of the floor, feet at 45. It's easier the higher that your feet go. So try and put your legs where you feel some tension. And it's a challenge. 15 seconds to go. Remember, you can always take a rest and then resume. 5 seconds to go. Awesome. Next set of exercises, we have press ups. So wrists, shoulders in line, chest is through, arms 45 degrees, not a T raise. And then we have dumbbells, lateral raise to front raise. So lat and front. So we're going to go with our first exercise in 1 second. So 30 seconds of press ups. Let's do it. So it's not a race, so we don't have to go too fast. Remember, we want to keep that head in line with our spine, so we don't want to drop it, and we don't want it up here either. So we want it nice and in line. 10 seconds to go. Awesome. Grab those dumbbells. We have our lat raise to front raise. So going side just to shoulder height and front just to shoulder height. And we're going to keep that going. Just keeping those scapulars at the back here, scapulars retracted. So nice and slow. Shoulder burner, this one. Awesome. Next two exercises, we have mountain climbers and dumbbell squat thrusts. So the mountain climbers, we are on the floor, bums are not in the air. If we need to do standing mountain climbers, we can, if you can't get on the floor. And then we have our dumbbell squat thrusters, so nice deep squat, and dumbbells up to ceiling. So we're going to get ready to go with our mountain climbers for 30 seconds. Okay, so you can go really fast or slow. I'm choosing to go slow because of my foot. And remember, Your standing ones, crunching, lifting one knee up, making sure you're crunching in. They're your standing mountain climbers. Awesome. So now we have our squat thrusters. Dumbbells, a nice deep squat, pushing up to that ceiling. So, it's not a push press, this is a push press. It's a squat thruster, so nice deep squat, big push to the ceiling. Awesome. Now we have our glute bridge pulses. You can do this with or without a dumbbell. And we have Supermans. So glute bridge pulse. We have our legs nice bent up, heels near our bum. And this is our glute bridge pulse. And then we're rolling over. And these are our Supermans. Okay. Hopefully we've all got that. So first exercise is our glute bridge pulses, so the top half pulse. We're ready to go. Making sure our shoulders are under. If you want to use a dumbbell, by all means. But we're concentrating on the top half pulse here. Great stuff. Keep it going, ladies. 3, 2, 1. We're going to flip over onto our front for our Supermans. So we're going to hold our glutes in nice and tight for this one. And your legs and your arms come off the floor, back down. So really squeezing those glutes. Coming up just as high as you can. Awesome. 30 seconds rest. And our last set of exercises, we have a squat stance bicep curl. So grabbing those dumbbells again, nice wide squat. Elbows are on your knees. And we're going to bicep curl those dumbbells. And then we have our old favourite, have the plank shoulder taps. So you can do these from your knees or your toes. But let's go with those squat stance bicep curls. Nice wide squat stance. Chest is up, knees and elbows are together, and we are bicep curling those dumbbells. So keep those glutes nice and tense. If you can't squat, then obviously you're going to do your bicep curls just in a standing position. And then we have our plank shoulder taps. Last exercise of the 6 sets. So core nice and tight, bums down, head's in line with your spine again, making sure your hips are not wiggling side to side, so nice and stable. 10 seconds to go. Awesome, 30 seconds rest. We start it all over again. So we're back to the dead man burpees. So remember, come down, arms out, back up. It's your dead man burpee, then we have air skips. Remember to take a drink. Again, I'm going to do the low option burpee because I have to. Okay, so I'm going to step it out, step it in, and clap. Oh, didn't even go. All right, so stepping out, stepping in, working for 30 seconds. Remember your hard option. It's your dead man burpee. Good. Air skipping is next. 10-second rest. All right, guys, let's go. Nice and straight. Keeping those arms going as well. Three seconds, 2, 1, and we have 30 seconds rest. So we're going into our plank dumbbell pull through now and our hollow hold. So that's the next set of exercises. So remember, plank dumbbell pull through, so you're going to need your dumbbell, and then we're flipping over into our hollow hold. So take this moment, catch your breath, grab that dumbbell, getting ready, so another 10 seconds. This is our getting ready 10 seconds. Ready for our work. All right, let's go. So into that plank, pulling that dumbbell through. So we're passing it through underneath, crossing those arms, making sure our hips are not wiggling side to side, making sure we're not in front either. So we want to be directly over our arms, over our shoulders. Remember, we have the knee option as well, if you need that. So into the hollow hold. Remember, shoulders and head are off the mat. Legs at 45. And we're just going to think happy thoughts while we hold this very painful position. Legs as low as they can, so we look like a bit of a banana. If you can feel yourself shaking, that's good. That means that your muscles are working. 8 seconds. 5, 3, 2, and 1. Good. And we have now press ups. So our press ups. And then we have our dumbbells where we side raise and front raise. This time I'll stay on my knees, but you guys stand up. It's just that you can see me on camera. Are we ready? So 30 seconds rest is over. 10 seconds to prepare what we're going to do. So let's get in that press up position. Remember, wrists are under your shoulders. We're going to come forwards, nice and stable in our core, and press down to the ground. If you need to, guys, and you can't get on the floor, then we always have our wall press ups. Remember this, for those guys that need it, we have the wall press up. So keep going, guys. Good, so on your feet with your dumbbells, obviously I'm going to stay here so you can see me. We're doing our lat raise and our front raise. So this also requires a lot of core strength to keep that stability. So we don't want to be flying backwards, so we don't want to be lifting our weights up like that. We want to be nice and stable. Good. Keep it going. Nice one. Excellent, guys. So we're on to our next set of exercises. So we have the mountain climbers, and then we have the dumbbell squat thrust. So remember, mountain climbers, or we have our standing mountain climbers, where we're rolling in, trying to touch our knee onto our nose, or even our nose onto our knee. Otherwise, standard mountain climber. All right, let's go. 30 seconds. $20 seconds to go. Remember the standing option that I gave you, so keep it going. We can go faster if you really want to work yourselves nice and hard. And then we have the squat thrusts. Okay, so nice low squats, thrusting up to the ceiling. Remember, if you have any sort of knee injury, we can just do the shoulder press part of the movement. Or if you have shoulder injuries, we can just do the squat part of the movement. So it's all up to you at the intensity that you want to take it. Awesome. Okay, glute bridge pulses and Supermans. So if we remember, glute bridge pulses, and then we're rolling round into our Supermans. Next two exercises. So take this moment to take a breath. I need it. So 10 seconds to prepare. So grab that dumbbell if you want to put it on your hips. If not, body weight is fine. Heels near the bum, shoulders underneath, and we're just going to pulse those hips. Keep it going. 10 seconds. Lovely. Awesome. 10 seconds to roll yourselves around. I'm just changing around so you can see me, but you can just roll on over. Arms out. Squeezing those glutes coming up. So lifting your chest, your head, and your legs off the floor. Pretend we're Superman. Good exercise for your lower back and your glutes. The more we squeeze them, the more we train them. Awesome. Okay, last set of exercises. We have the squat stance bicep curl, and we have the plank shoulder taps. So use this moment to grab a drink. Got 15 seconds rest yet, 10 seconds prep, and then we're going for another 30 seconds for each exercise. Alright, so grabbing those dumbbells if you've got them. Don't forget, bean cans are just as good. Nice wide squat, and we are bicep curling those cans or those dumbbells. That's it. I'm going to get those guns working. Awesome, guys. Nice and low. Remember, notice I'm not like this. Bum is nice and low. And then we're coming into our plank shoulder taps. In 3, 2 and 1. So here we have our plank shoulder taps. Keeping that core nice and tight. Bum is down, my bum is not up here. It's nice and flat, not rolling, nice and stable. Again, you need to go on your knees. All good. All right, 2 rounds done. 1 to go. So we're starting again with those dead man burpees. So remember, dead man burpee, or you have the lower option if you want to come with me, and we can do that. So we have the dead man burpees and the air skipping. Okay, so 10 seconds to prepare which version of the burpees you're going to do. Remember, we've always got the bench burpees like we've done at the gym before. So to 30 seconds. Remember, you can step it out as well. All you hardcore ladies, hope you're doing the dead man burpees. I'll be back doing those very soon, I hope. Okay, and we have our air skipping going in 5, 3, 2, and 1. Let's get those arms going nice and fast. Again, boxer skips if you want, or you can even skip with a real rope if you have room. Good stuff. Keep it going. Nearly there for the workout. Good. So have our plank dumbbell pull through now. So grabbing that dumbbell, taking that rest, 30 seconds. Nice deep breaths. Taking a drink if you need. And we have the plank dumbbell pull throughs, and we have that horrible hollow hold. Just to kill our abs. And then we have an abs flow circuit after, so kill your abs even more. Okay, so 10 seconds to prepare, so grab that dumbbell and we're going to pull it through underneath us, opposite arm. Awesome, so bum's nice and low, coming through with that dumbbell underneath. Remember, if you need to go on your knees, this is your option. You can also just hold a static plank if you need to. If you find that easier or the pull through too hard, static plank is absolutely fine. And then we have hollow hold, the one where we have to think happy thoughts, get through the 30 seconds. Okay, so shoulders off the floor, legs 45. If you want to increase the intensity, you can have longer levers. If you need to decrease the intensity, those legs come higher up. Keeping this nice and tight, nearly there. Yes, and there's the buzzer. Cool. Next one, so we're going into our chest and our shoulders, press ups, and then we have the lat raise, front raise. Get those dumbbells at the side. Well, I'm sweating already, so I hope you guys are. So 5 seconds of rest left. We then have 10 seconds to prepare. Into our press up position. So we're going to push our hips forward, so we're nice and stable, and we're pushing through, keeping our wrists in line with our shoulders, keeping our neck in line with our spine, keeping our core nice and tight, keeping those glutes nice and tight as well. If this is too hard, then obviously we have the box press ups. Try to work at your own level. Again, guys, on your feet. I'm staying here so you can see me better, or you can do it on your knees if you want. Okay, so we're going lat raise, front raise, lat raise, front raise, not going over shoulder height. So make sure you know where your shoulders are. A lot of people think your shoulders are up here somewhere. So just be aware. Nice and slow. It's not a race on this one. Time under tension. Lovely. Okay, so we're into our mountain climbers and our squat thrusters. So we need the dumbbells for the second exercise. But in the meantime, take a break. I need it. So we have 10 seconds of break left, and then we're going to have 10 seconds to prepare, and then we'll be ready to go again. Okay, so 10 seconds to get into position, into your mountain climber. Again, your wrists are in line with your shoulders. And we are taking 30 seconds of mountain climbers. Remember, if you need to, your standing option is this for mountain climbers. Making sure you're getting that knee as close to your nose as you can. Grabbing those dumbbells. Second exercise are our squat thrusters. So feet are hip width, dumbbells up, shoulder height, down and up. Holding that core in all the time, obviously standard. Keeping it going. 8 seconds. And there is the buzzer. So we're on to our glute bridges now, so back to our bum. So glute bridge pulse. And then we're rolling over onto our Supermans. Okay. Still have 10 seconds of rest. So remember, take that hydration where you can. Breathe in nicely, in through your nose, out through your mouth. We have 10 seconds to get into the position. So feet are near your bum. We're going to push up, shoulders underneath, and we're going to pulse it at the top. That's where the magic happens, top of the range. Nice. 12 seconds to go. And when the buzzer goes, we're going to flip over into those Supermans. Remember, bum is nice and tight on the floor, that's what we're working. Bum and lower back. So nice and slow with this one. We don't want to keep our head up either, so always neck in line with your spine. Squeezing those glutes, lifting that chest off and the thighs from the floor. Just like Superman. 5 seconds. Good. And our last 2 exercises. So we have the bicep curl and we have our plank shoulder taps, and then we are done for this circuit. And then we have a quick little abs flow after, because we haven't worked it enough. So I'm just going to put this down here so I can see. Okay, so 10 seconds to prepare. Grab those dumbbells or bean cans. We're going to have a nice wide squat stance. Bum is down, elbows on our knees, and we're going to bicep curl those dumbbells. Again, we don't want our bum up here. We want that nice and low. And remember, bicep curl, if you can't squat, is fine on this. So I'm going, oops, nice and low. Great. And then we have our plank shoulder taps. So wrists are in line with our shoulders, toes or knees, nice and stable. We're going to really go for it to the 30 seconds. At this point in the circuit, it's a test of willpower, especially with no music. Good, 5 seconds. Ooh. And we are done. Stretch that out. Stretching out those shoulders. Ooh. Grabbing a drink. Excellent. So I've burnt 240 calories already. And we have a little 5 minutes ab flow to go before we finish. 4 exercises. Exercise 1. We have good old bicycle crunches. So one leg out, one leg in to your elbow. You've seen a lot of these, all the body weight exercises that we've been doing. So that is your first exercise. Your second exercise, we have hip dips. So we're coming into a side plank, so you can either do this, full side plank, or you can lower the bottom leg. What we are doing, dipping those hips, so we're staying in a nice straight line, dipping those hips down. So one exercise is the left side, and one exercise is the right side. And then our last exercise in this flow are our heel touches. So shoulders off, and we're just going to touch those heels for the 30 seconds. Okay, so that's 4 exercises. We have bicycle crunches, hip dips left, hip dips right, and heel touches. 30 seconds on, 5 off. We're just going twice through. That is all we are doing. Let me start the timer. So we're going in 10, so let's prepare for the bicycle crunches. Okay, 30 seconds. If you can't keep your legs off the floor, then we can touch, or we can even take the crunch out and we're just doing toe taps if the side bicycle crunch is too much. The full one is this. Awesome. So 5 seconds on your side, low or high option. I'll take the low one for now. So we're going to hip dip. So you should really feel this in your side. So it's virtually a side crunch. If you want to come up into the full version, oops, keep your balance. Your hip dip, still the same thing. Awesome. You guys can just swivel around. Do exactly the same on the other side. So up we get, hip dips. So that top leg stays off the floor. Hand up to help you balance. Oh, I can feel these already. I don't even need to do the full option, but if you guys want to, go ahead. Awesome. And then we have toe touches, or heel touches, sorry. So 30 seconds. Lots of side ab work going on here. You'll notice it's all for your side abs, your obliques. Not a single crunch involved. Keep it going. 5 seconds. Lovely, so we're back to the bicycle crunches. Are we ready? Let's go. 30 seconds. Remember your low option. You don't have to have both your feet off the floor. We can do the low option. So, hip dips, one side then the other. So we're up, dipping our hips, making sure our shoulders are in line. Keeping that top leg off the floor. So making sure you're not pushing into your shoulder. All that work is coming from your obliques. Once you've got the movement, you'll know. Good. And you get to see my bum. Ooh. These are an absolute killer. Three, two, and one. And back into those heel touches, and we are done. So last 30 seconds of work. So shoulders off the floor. Looking just between your knees so it doesn't go into your neck. 15 seconds, guys. Three, two, one, and we are done. There we go. So, hopefully you've burned a few calories. We just had a quick cool down. So we're going to stretch out nice and long. Taking a nice deep breath. Taking those fingers away as far as we can, and our toes. Good, hugging those knees into the chest. I'm going to draw little circles with them, just to massage that lower back. Good, we're going to take one leg up, point that toe to the face, circle that ankle. Nice. And the other one, pulling it into your chest. Toe to your face, and I'm going to circle the ankle, back the other way. Good, so we're going to slowly sit up, and then I want you to bring your front leg 90-degree angle, and then your back leg goes at a 90-degree angle. So you're sitting like a star. And then we're going to just bend over that front leg as far as we can. So you're going to feel that nice stretch just down here in your glute and IT band. You can get your elbows on the floor, amazing. Good, coming back up. Going to take that front leg, that's now going to be your back leg. I'm going to do exactly the same. So again, 90 degrees with the back leg. We're going to come down over the front leg as far as we can. Taking that nice deep breath. Good. Taking a nice relaxed seated position. I'm going to take a nice deep breath. We're going to bend over our legs. Come out as far as we can. Chin is going to go to chest. Walking our hands back up. One hand on the floor beside us. Other arm up. We're just going to bend over. Stretching out the side. Taking a deep breath, floating that arm back down, and the other arm over. Amazing. And then we're just going to take those legs straight out in front of us. Going to point those toes to your face, so you can feel that nice calf stretch. Awesome, crossing those legs again. Just going to take that nice big tree, clasping our fingers together. And then last stretch, chest stretch. Hands are on the floor behind our bum, and we stretch that chest up to ceiling. Relaxing down. Well done, guys.